Big East battle tonight in Omaha. Two red-hot teams clash inside the CHI Health Center. 7th-ranked Blue Jays are hosting Seton Hall on FS1. With Bill Raftery, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. These two teams at the top. Creighton's won 4 in a row. Seton Hall 7-1 over its last 8. And the reason why these two teams are buoyed by a couple of Big East Player of the Year candidates. And Bill, for Creighton, it's the tireless Marcus Zegarowski.
He is solid, but Kevin, get those puppies moving. We're going to get up and down. Creighton will push for the threes. Seton Hall will push, but maybe some opportunity breaks as well.
And defensively, how will they guard Zegarowski today? Meanwhile, Sandro Mamukelishvili, how good has the breakout star been for Seton Hall, 5th in the Big East, scoring nearly 19 points per game. The Jeep starting lineups, Bill, all juniors and seniors. These are two veteran, experienced teams.
And boy, getting old is so important in college basketball now, being down the road and in all situations and able to compete.
This is going to be a fun one, plain and simple. This matchup has earned the reputation as a war the last couple of years. Great.
And Kevin, it's interesting. They're playing Seton Hall playing small with Mamu as the center. This will be a lot of dribble drives and the ability to cut as well.
It's that 4-guard look for Seton Hall today, with Molson getting his first start of the year. And here we go inside CHI Health Center. Glad you're with us.
Kevin Fitzgerald right now. The Pirates go a little. Goes side to side, a lot of dribble drive, pick and pop. And great cross-court passing by this Creighton team as well.
Highly efficient offense. They've won 4 in a row, sitting at 8-2 on the year. This is Christian Bishop going to work.
Nice little counter move, too. He loves that right shoulder, nice drop step and finish. Big thing for Seton Hall, I think, his offensive rebounding as well. Roden's having a great year, a breakout year in a sense. He's making deep shots to complement his dribble drives.
Complimenting Mamukelishvili's play. He goes for nearly 16 a game. Good sleight of hand, stays here.
Lav was talking about defense on the pregame, and it is true. Both of these teams, because of their abilities on the offensive end, it's forgotten. Creighton's become a much better defensive team, and of course the wrinkles on occasion by the Pirates keep scores down.
Excellent feed inside. It's Bishop again with the stuff.
Well, that's what I love about Zegarowski. He is coming along now. I think that knee may have favored it early in the year. Besides the scoring, his floor leadership is extraordinary.
That is something that is invaluable. He's got that moniker this year as the preseason player of the year. He gets everybody's best. Roden, fouled by Mahoney. That's his first.
Interesting match. Zegarowski was stuck on Mamu, and they didn't take advantage. Well, this kid, I saw him as a freshman in practice in the fall, Roden, and just liked his game then, and he has just developed. Both of these programs do a great job on player skill development.
And Roden embodies that drive and determination that we've seen from Kevin Willard teams the last few years.
Yeah, they got a little edge, no question. Right? You know, these two coaches are great friends. Greg complains that when he beats Kevin in golf, he doesn't pay. But other than that, they get along swimmingly.
With outstanding debts on the links.
Little pick and pop. Bishop very active. Does a great job screening and slipping. A little nickel dimer here. David Reynolds with the reach in.
11 seasons now for Kevin Willard as the Pirates boss. Just one away from 200. Of course, leading Seton Hall to the share of that Big East regular season title, and the sustained success that he has built over the last few years.
You know, both of these programs, though, last year was a shame. I'd love to see the runs they could have made in the NCAA tournament. Step back.
Zegarowski.
Just knows when to take it and when to put it on the deck.
That's what Creighton does offensively. They let it fly from deep. Roden does here, leaves it short.
This is when you must get back and cover. Love to use the whole floor. Tough thing about Creighton is they can shoot the deep one. That's the ability to get to the rim as well. Jefferson fills it all up.
5-point early lead for Creighton. Shavar Reynolds rattles out.
You got to force Creighton take some time. Get them a little bit impatient on this end of the floor.
Jefferson from 15.
You think they're ready? Goodness.
Perfect start from the field. 5 of 5. 7-point early lead.
Got to get Mamu involved a little bit now.
Well, that's number 23 in the blue who he spotlighted.
If they play big, I think Mahoney would have been the guy guarding Mamu.
Bishop guards him. There's that Abu Kelishvili spin. He saves it. No, out of bounds.
Yeah, first to touch it from out of bounds. Because his ability to create post-ups, he can make threes and put it on the deck. Good call by the officials, too. Creighton 5 for 5, and 6 of their points, surprisingly, were in that 3-second lane, Kevin.
An excellent start. Creighton has won 4 in a row. Its only losses to Marquette and to 5th-ranked Kansas at the time. This Creighton team, its experience, great leadership from a player like Zagorowski. He kicks out to Mahoney, and he buries the 3.
Oh, you can't really help at all. You can't sneak a peek. Got to cover that opposite corner on dribble drives.
This phenomenal start.
Samuel on the floor. He's played well of late, too.
Hale misfires.
Just got to maintain defensive composure. You're on a real good run. You got to lock it down if you're Seton Hall. That's the corner. Nice job. It's Kale trying to prevent that corner pass.
What a start for the Blue Jays. Perfect 6 of 6 from the field. 10-point lead early. Big East basketball is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. Jeep, there's only one. Creighton couldn't have asked for a better start. 6 of 6 from the field. And a couple of threes to boot. One from Denzel Mahoney as well.
They have a lot of options. The ability to dribble drive is one of them. Of course, you overhelp, and Roden pays mightily. A little nylon. Deep there by Denzel. This is one tough kid. I think the edge guys for them are Jefferson and Denzel. They're just a strong-minded, willing toughness about them.
Kevin Willard was sharing with us those two in particular. They really are the X factors. You were just saying this is such a difficult team to prepare for. How do you do it effectively?
I mean, who should we put our best defender on? I mean, that's a large little giveaway here by just a knock out of bounds. I thought they got Sandra with a foul. But Seton Hall, last 2.5 minutes, no points. Haven't had this is the last 4 tries, too.
Zagorowski with his second triple.
Well, you can't get lost on that ball screen with this kid. Aiken got hung up on Bishop.
The barrage continues.
Ooh, Aiken fell down, hurt his ankle again. Oh, my goodness. That's the... Oh, just got off that injury.
Oh, my. And it is a tough sight. This is the 5th-year senior, the transfer from Harvard.
He was just cutting through, Kevin, and I don't think he stepped. I just banged somebody with his foot on this cut. Just a little trot through, and there he stumped it right there. Nothing out of order whatsoever. Zagorowski giving ground. What a shame. This kid, great career at Harvard.
It's the right ankle which he sprained in the opener. A timeout in Omaha. It's Creighton by 13 in the early minutes in Omaha. That is Bryce Aiken who is on the floor. Seton Hall's fifth-year senior. Bill, we saw him favoring the right ankle. You can see there. Remember, this is his 6th game back after he suffered that right ankle sprain in the opener against Louisville.
He doesn't want to get in the chair. This is just a fluky play. The right foot stepping on the left foot of Marcus Zagorowski.
And that hurts.
That sure does. Tony Testa, longtime trainer, attending to him. Oh, he's just feel for this young guy. So it's an upside.
Such a winding road for Aiken. Trying to work his way back from multiple injuries throughout his career. Skip pass to Shavar Reynolds. And Seton Hall just 1 of 6 from the field to start.
As long as you get good looks, though. We'll take bad shots. Look at this, just taking advantage. The lob, good collection.
Mamu with the block. Blocking foul, and Roden has 2 free throws.
Roden with a nice attack. That's one thing you have to do is get to the free throw line. Malik may have been in the restraining area. This kid is tough, though. Wow, a little bit of a break there. What do you think?
He's outside of the arc.
Yeah, I think he was set up early, too.
A break indeed.
Malik is much more than a great three-point shooter. Just passes the ball. At times you hear where Greg thinks he's a little bit too unselfish. Great qualities as a team player.
Roden, an excellent free throw shooter. Seton Hall has lived at the line this year.
Yeah, they've been shooting it great. 79% as a team.
We're going to string some defensive stops together.
They do. You can't match baskets with this team.
Bishop, nearly the and one.
Well, he keeps you busy. Really understands when to make his motion to the rim. Puts a lot of pressure on individual defense.
Bishop already with a few looks. And Bill, they're all right there. He has been right underneath the rim.
Well, they spread. They use him in those ball screen situations. He just understands when to dive, and he's very athletic as well.
A 6'7" junior from Missouri.
The perfect fit for their philosophy. The mobility. Doesn't take many threes. I think he's had 3 attempts this year. A lot of it around the rim.
Tyrese Samuel with his first touch after checking in. It was just out of his reach. Everything going Creighton's way. And the first of 2 between these heavyweights. Mahoney keeps the pivot, and then Samuels.
Nice play. Really heady. Great footwork by Samuel.
Reynolds to Roden. Mamu Kelishvili got it from 3.
Nice extra pass, too. Get a piece of the lane, kick it.
Mahoney can't answer. Mamu coming off that 24-point outburst over the weekend against Butler.
I like him taking advantage, though. Not too bad an opportunity there. He just plays within himself. Doesn't hunt shots. Little nickel dimer. Basket. Disadvantage Samuel.
Mamu Kelishvili earning the reputation as the breakout star this year. Jefferson out along with Bishop. And the 7-footer Ryan Kalkbrenner now in.
Now this kid is going to be good. Loads up well, good footwork. knows the game, good shot blocker.
Nice Obiagu on him.
There's a little different dimension, Kevin, as a center.
Zegarowski offline.
I see you just have to stay in touch. Early leads are missing. Nice slip, and Obiagu, the ability to get to the line, couldn't convert that. He continues to improve as well. Nice little dive to the rim. Zegarowski, the help side defense just a little bit tardy.
A junior from Nigeria who had started the first 12 games, coming off the bench, of course. Creighton, of course, uses that four-guard look. Kevin Willard changing some things up today.
Yeah, going back to Obiagu as a starter. Kids had some games blocking shots. And 9 against Georgetown.
He has been a menace underneath this year, but an empty trip to the free throw line.
See, on that slip, they force your help side. That's when they pay for it with a quick three. You gotta learn how to close out. Don't bite on the pump fakes against this team. Just there, you overhelp.
Antoine Jones into traffic.
He's an aggressive driver.
Kelishvili on the smaller Balak. Steps through with the left hand.
A tough matchup for Balak. That's what makes him so tough. So many spots on the floor, he can be tough.
So versatile offensively. He can shoot it from deep, drive, post up. Now Mahoney. Free throw's coming.
I think Obiagu maybe. That's tough for him to handle that dribble drive. Doesn't quite have the foot speed.
Well, that's exactly the matchup you want if you're Greg McDermott.
Yeah, he'll put Obiagu in tough positions, particularly with lifting him, letting him chase on ball screens.
Mitchell in, Zegarowski off.
Mitchell, kid who can drive and finish, good speed, quick to the goal.
Nice start for Zegarowski. Hit his first 2 triples. 2 Big East heavyweights. The first of 2 meetings this year. That these matchups in recent years have been slugfests.
They have been epic. Like the weave to a ball screen.
Mamu. Cross-court feed. Reynolds in the lane.
Forced into a tough shot.
That's all Seton Hall has gotten early on. Difficult shots. Rare Creighton turnover. And the ball back to the Pirates.
Well, Kevin can't be happy with his guy, particularly on the offensive end. Right now, the dribble drive and kick, and why not Mamu? Loaded up from deep. Sandro, he is a load to cover.
These teams have been very efficient offensively this year, but shooting early on, a little lopsided.
A little bit of a struggle. You know, Creighton puts so much pressure. You have to have individual containment because once you overhelp, you pay mightily. All of them can step in, get organized for shots. They pass beautifully. Obviously, cutting is part of it, but they always hit their teammate in the right spot.
And Greg has mentioned this many times this year. Near turnover on this side. Everybody is unselfish, but then can be selfish at times. Nobody can shoot.
Sometimes you pass up a really good shot thinking you're getting a better one, and you don't get it. Nice dump off.
Obiagu, and that one falls through. First basket for the junior.
He can help him around the rim and on this defensive end. The problem is when they lift him, he has some struggles. This kid's got good footwork.
A pair of 7-footers going at it. That was Kalkbrenner. Sets the screen for Jefferson. Rolls.
And that's the problem. Once you lift number 21 in blue, his struggle to recover. Efficiently done.
So far, it's been advantage Creighton in terms of everything offensively thus far.
Really nice job fighting over the top. That little horn set. Roden had to try to establish him on the opposite side for an open opportunity.
Bill, just a pair of veteran teams with such high upside this year, and you rewind all the way back to March when Creighton had to beat this Seton Hall team to clinch a share of the regular season title. You wonder what other nets both of these teams could have been cutting down back in March.
A pretty exciting finish last year. Ooh, right through the midst there, the wickets. Little heat on that one.
Another turnover. Creighton, much better shooting early on. 67% from the field. And Jones's attempt misses everything.
Jones is kind of a guy that can really attack and put it on the deck. That time set a little bit. Had 13 against Marquette early in the year, but a pretty good handler of the ball. Better off driving and finding.
What do you like to see more of from Seton Hall on this side of the floor?
I think they're taking decent shots, but I think a lot of it out. Mamu's out of the on the bench right now, and was dribble drive and find some people. Pretty good play once again.
It has been another block. It's been a big challenge for the Pirates offensively. Mitchell dragged that pivot foot.
And not bad by Obiagu, too, with the little guy with that kind of speed. Blow by Sharif Mitchell. Maybe give the big guy some touches. Obiagu down on the box. Dribble drive is another aspect of their game that's good with a kick. Just try and get to the free throw line. Be a little more aggressive.
It's Wilson, Cale, Reynolds, Obiagu, and Samuel on the floor. No Mamu Kelishvili. Bolson's three offline.
They got the switch they wanted. They're playing two bigs now, Seton Hall.
Mahoney.
Match right here.
Rebound to Molson.
A nice check out by Molson. He's a tough kid.
A junior from Buffalo. What was Kevin Willard calling him? The junkyard dog?
Yeah, Canisius kid. Hope his parents aren't offended. Nice extra pass.
Sale finds him. Corner three. O'Connell got a hand on it. Kalkbrenner last touched it. Seton Hall gets new shot clock.
Just not making shots, really. Getting some pretty good looks.
Seton Hall just 4 of 15 from the field. That's 27% shooting. And Mamu Kelishvili back in.
Because the Bishop on the floor now, that's an interesting match. It's Mamu on him.
He's got it.
Because Samuel will be the guy at the other end.
Smothered by Bishop. Creighton ball.
I think they got it wrong. They changed it. Good officiating.
It was the block.
A nice block by Bishop. He's the last one to touch it, I think.
No question, but you are right. Excellent block. Good fadeaway. Roden now with 6.
I love this kid. Don't you? I mean, he's got a pull-up game, deep game. Just his growth as a basketball player has been terrific.
A junior from Baldwin, New York. The question was just how much could he increase his scoring load this year, and he has totally answered the bell, scoring close to 16 a game. But he's whistled for the foul here.
He gets the foul. I'm going to get you a pair of those pink shoes.
It's starting to make its way around the lineup here. I like it.
If you could play as well as him, you could get away with it, right? A very competitive kid. Thought he had a good denial.
Oh yeah, I think you can rock those. I think you could.
I might wear them on Easton. Nice little flex screen out of the baseline, out of bounds.
Look at the defense. Zegarowski slips by. Jefferson open for three.
That's the problem. Overhelp, they sniff and pay. With baseline drive, that is a automatic cover anymore.
4 of 7 from deep. Creighton is. 3 different players have hit threes. That is the beauty of this Creighton offense.
I can see Mamo to get going a little bit now, be a little more aggressive.
Bill, they have smothered him defensively.
They have.
Cross-court feed to Reynolds. It's a new timer for Seton Hall after the offensive rebound. Roden can't hit the pull-up. Mahoney again, another rebound. That's his second.
Big-time rebound there.
Stays here. Reynolds, who's on the end line, and out of bounds. Creighton stays hot.
Been a struggle for the Hall at the other end, though, Kevin. Pretty good baseline drive. Can't get the puppies organized. A little nylon from D. Creighton solid. Seton Hall struggling on the offensive end.
Creighton shooting 60% from the field and with a 10-point lead over Seton Hall. Bill Raftery, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. Yeah, we've got a couple of Player of the Year candidates on display. Marcus Zegarowski's Blue Jays, though, with the lead. 2 talented kids, no question about it. Chris Zegarowski just coming on, finding people, running the show, good defensively. Sandro Mamo, Billy, just a wonderful feel for the game. And Seton Hall, Kevin, I think is lucky to only be down by 10. Made one of their last 8 field goal attempts. It's been a struggle. I think you're right. The 10-point lead doesn't quite sum up just how well Creighton has played on this side of the ball. And Zegarowski, he's hit a couple of shots just so smooth. He finds his teammates well, defends well. After the Bishop miss, it's going back to the Pirates.
A pretty good job defensively by Samuel that trip. This is one of the great buildings in the league, by the way. It's such a shame with that fan base. They'll be jumping for joy right now. I think Lav likes this place. He's found a way to the keg room on occasion.
Have you been there with him?
No.
Visiting on his own. Gale got it blocked, but then the tip back in. And Seton Hall back with an 8.
Nice job by Samuel being in the right spot there.
You're right, though. This place was a frenzy last March when these two teams met. Creighton winning to share a piece of the Big East crown. Some fans in the building today, about 2,000, 10% capacity. O'Connell offline on his first leg.
Yeah, he's trying to find his way, too. Found out the good news, trying to get him into the lineup a little bit more each game. He's got the tough match with Samuel.
After the Mamu miss, another offensive board for Seton Hall.
That's what they're going to have to do. Scratch away at it.
Reynolds fouled. 2 free throws coming.
Great story, isn't it? Shavar Reynolds. A walk on to being the vocal leader as well as a presence out on the floor.
He's the most respected voice, no question, in that locker room. And isn't it nice, Kevin Willard was telling us, it's nice when one of the best players on the team is also the hardest working player on the team.
Exactly. Great compliment to him.
Senior from Manchester, New Jersey. The heartbeat of this Seton Hall team. Ballock back in.
As a kid, you can't tell you can't do it, right? He never gave up on his ambition and goals. Got the scholarship. Zegarowski with those 2 fouls now.
So he sits. And Mitchell is in to run the point. T. Kalkbrenner Mahoney, Ballock, and Jefferson on the floor for the Blue Jays.
That's where they exchange the wings, keep you busy.
Jefferson sweeps in, scores it with the finger roll.
That's an overhelp and lack of communication by Seton Hall. They paid for it. Nice, strong attack. Good stuff.
And on this side of the floor, too, he is everywhere. Reynolds refuses the screen. Out of bounds. Yep. Hit the bottom of the backboard.
Would have been better served to kick it and start it on the other side.
Molson back in, and remember, Bill, it's a Seton Hall rotation that's a little slimmer now after we saw Aiken go down earlier in the game.
Yeah, they were starting to use him a little bit more. He was starting to feel comfortable.
5 to go, first half. Creighton by 10.
Alex is always busy.
Jefferson, 7-footer, juggled it. Mahoney dives. Kalkbrenner on the basketball. Jump ball.
Those are the ones when you're behind, you got to come up with if you're Seton Hall. Kalkbrenner, very active, diving on the deck as well. Kid's going to be a really fine basketball player. Look at this. 6'10" and change. Offering it up.
Just a freshman from St. Louis. Well, he has been a very reliable rim protector. Adds a little extra dimension, of course, Creighton with those 4 guards typically playing with, and he's the 7-footer that Creighton hasn't had in a while.
You think of him, you think of Freeman. It's a nice block. Look at this kid.
Reward him, he's running. Mitchell attacks.
Gets you to turn your head on that drive to the lane. Jefferson, they extend your defense, don't they? You got to cover the shooters.
And the drive.
Clever.
The physical and tough Damian Jefferson into double figures for the 9th time this year. He's got the home team back ahead by 12. The Blue Jays have controlled the tempo from tip.
Up on the Jeep Grand Cherokee halftime report. Second-ranked Baylor taking on Oklahoma, while Michigan looking to stay undefeated, hosting Minnesota. And Duke returns to the court for the first time in 3 weeks, minus Coach K. I got a coach with me. He's Steve Lavin. We'll see you at the half, Kevin Durant.
Talk to you to a few guys. It is Creighton by 12. And Bill, Damian Jefferson, he's Mr. Everywhere. He's everywhere on the floor. 11 points early on.
He's almost like Lav, the lifestyles of the rich and famous, right? He is all over, of course, talking to Greg. He just loves this kid. There's so many areas of the floor he can dominate, whether it's that jumper, the dribble drive, the defense, the aggressive nature of his attacks. This plays with a lot of energy and juice. Fun to watch.
He's right at his season average. He goes for about 11.5 per night. You know, and Greg has mentioned he's really motivated to be the unsung hero at times, to do everything else and make the little plays outside of just scoring.
Well, they're all threats when they catch the basketball. That's what makes them so difficult to defend. They space the floor well. They're really struggling. This is the end of the game that I think they've improved, is the defensive end too, Creighton.
Seton Hall is pretty discombobulated on this end of the floor. Just 6 of 22 from the field. Have had trouble getting into their offensive rhythm.
The defense has been disruptive.
This is Miles Cale. Kalkbrenner trying to go up. Excellent kiss off the window for 2.
He can have some games, too. He can hit some numbers. Did it against Georgetown. A tough competitor, good defender.
Cale now a 3-year starter with his first mate. Mahoney. Extra pass, Jefferson from this corner.
And that's all because Obiagu couldn't get over and cover the ball screen. Broke down the defense, got into a scramble mode, and just couldn't recover.
Creighton is rolling, winners of 4 in a row. It's elevated back to number 7 in the nation. Matches its highest AP ranking. Kale.
A little bit of a danger zone. Mahmoud creates.
Does that so well, too. Looks for his teammates. Excellent facilitator.
Ken said there's so many different play sheets they have with Mahmoud in mind.
Mahoney lost it. Roden running. Foul, 2 free throws coming.
Nice give by Kale, too. Give it up. Let Roden do the damage near the rim. Unselfish play. And just really a smart little giveaway. But Kalkbrenner really, he is a nudge. High school, he's had games in double-figure blocks. But your backcourt with Ballack with 2 fouls and Zagorowski with 2.
5 team fouls aside. Ballack checks out. Now, Roden has been the offensive stud on this side for Seton Hall. 6 of 6 at the stripe, 10 points. That leads all Pirate scores. You've referenced this at times. It feels like Seton Hall is a bit lucky to be within 9 at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. They're staying in touch. Very competitive team. 3 catches in a threat position.
Reynolds pushing. Gives it away to Jefferson. Take it off. Throws it down.
Well, we're talking about telegraphing a pass. That was a giveaway.
16 and counting for Jefferson.
Yeah, you never know who's going to hurt you with Creighton. 5 above his average.
That pass too far for Obiagu. Creighton looking to extend its lead. There's a giveaway. Sandro with the stuff.
Same play the other way, wasn't it? Jump the passing lane. He didn't have to jump it.
Just as it looked as if Creighton was going to start to stretch that lead, it's back to 9 again. A little emotion a moment ago from Mamu Kelishvili.
Yeah, it was nice to see. You're going to get back in. You're going to get back in on this end, Ken.
Yep. Got to stop that man. Jefferson gives it up. Mitchell, little leader.
Ready. Not afraid to attack. They play with such confidence.
Creighton has led for much of this one, mainly by double figures. Turnover, O'Connell fouled.
There's some sloppy play at the other end. If you're going to foul, maybe foul a little sooner. And don't give him an opportunity to get the little the 2 free throws on the lane. Another guy with 2 fouls as well, Roden.
That's now 8 Seton Hall turnovers. You're right, it's gotten a little sloppier the last few minutes of the half.
They average about 12 a game, so not good value in the basketball.
So all the players back to their respective huddles.
I don't know if they're checking the monitor for anything.
Our officials looking at the clocks. Timeout with 1:01 to go. It's Seton Hall down 11 with 1:01 to go. That's Michael Stevens and Lamar Simpson at the monitor. Bill, a moment ago, Alex O'Connell, he was fouled on a drive to the rim.
I wonder if the old days you would say intentional foul, but that is no longer. They would, on the giveaway at the end, let's just see if he traps him, and they call this a flagrant one. I think that's a basketball play.
And the clock at 1:01, that's what it froze at initially as well.
I'm sure they're checking the clock then. Good officiating crew. Well, of course, formerly at Duke, getting an opportunity he didn't expect this year. Thought he'd be sitting out. Got the waiver. He was a big-time recruit, too, at Duke. Now, if the crowd were there, they'd be booing, let's get this thing going. You lose all that flavor.
So the problem was the shot clock and game clock had to be synced. They are now synced. Yeah, I don't know if 20,000 are letting them get away with it, although now the game clock reads 41 seconds. So it must have frozen at some point earlier in the prior possession. Well, if the fans aren't going to give it to him, Greg McDermott, maybe he will.
Trying to straighten it out. Big Mac. Of course, his son doing pretty well at Indiana. With the Pacers.
Absolutely.
Boy, I was watching a little of their game against the Pelicans, and boy, Dougie's got a quick release in my memory, but nothing like now. It's incredible how quickly he gets rid of a shot.
Indiana a winner tonight over Houston. This is O'Connell, as you mentioned, the Duke transfer. Played with Zion, R.J. Barrett, Cam Reddish.
Not a bad array of talent.
You're not kidding.
And so Coach K's feeling good, too. This COVID's just incredible how it's attacked our country.
Wilson heading to the line. Well, you can add Jay Wright to that list as well.
Yeah, yeah.
There's Molson.
This kid is a strong attack mode individual. Not afraid to take a nick. Body surges, big broad shoulders.
Molson, as you mentioned before, the 2-year starter at Canisius. And a high-energy scorer in his first season with Seton Hall. Zegarowski back in with less than 30 seconds to go.
If you see more, you're thinking, stop now. No gambles, stay at home with your own little full court pressure.
Shot clock off. Creighton shooting close to 60% in this first half with an 11-point lead, trying to stretch it. 8 seconds to go. Zegarowski bounces. Jefferson wide open. 16 first half points. It looked like he couldn't miss. One of his few misfires from the first half. Heavyweight Big East battle.
Pretty well designed play. Came up empty.
Creighton by 11 after 1. In Omaha, Creighton with an 11-point lead over Seton Hall, looking to stretch its win streak to 5 in a row. The Blue Jays shot the ball well, led by Damian Jefferson. Bill, 16 first half points.
Boy, he's so impressive. There's so many weapons that they possess, and this kid's just a little bit under the radar. I was talking about him and all the things he can do. Terrific in the open floor, good dribble drive, and they need this guy, Mamu, to step up and play. He's got to be committed, do a solid job, because it's an errant toss, lends to the bang at the end. The big hammer by Mamu, but Reynolds has to play within himself, be solid, which he has been all year long. Mamu has to step up, maybe post him a little more, get him some more touches. And I believe Kale might be starting the second half, too. Maybe use some punch from him as well.
Creighton really has stifled the Big East Player of the Week. It's going to be hard to reach some of those numbers that he had against Butler and against Xavier. Going for 24. His last time out, just 3 of 8 from the field in the first half. Bill Raftery, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. It's a Big East heavyweight battle in Omaha, and Denzel Mahoney has the home team back ahead by its largest lead, 13.
Well, it tells you how tough Creighton is. You've taken away their running game, so to speak, but the individual ability, putting on the deck, converting from all aspects.
Mamu Kelishvili finds Kale. Last touched by Mamu. Back to the Blue Jays.
I thought they switched the call there. A nice unselfish play. Those are the ones you got to make.
Seton Hall shot 35% from the field in the first half, 8 turnovers. Found it hard to settle into a rhythm on the offensive end.
A little bit of an overload ball screen. Just really make your defenders work. Go side to side.
Jefferson, head fake and drive, the kick to Mahoney. 4 to shoot, Zagorowski. Lobs it up. Foul.
That's their favorite little play, though. A little roll to the tin. They got a foul at the end, huh? Boy. A little screen slip. Little lob to the rim, and Obiaga just a little bit tardy on that particular play. And that's what happens when they lift number 21, though. That mobility's not as quite as tough as Bishop's is.
So we're going to review.
Shooting.
Yeah, well, and with a shot clock going
off. Yeah, they can go look. You're right. See if the foul occurred after the shot clock.
This was almost simultaneous.
That would be together, I think. I didn't go to Syracuse, so.
Well, hasn't. Take a look, bottom of the screen.
Wow. I think he did get him. Would you agree?
Maybe the contact, yep, just before the clock hit 0. And by the way, Obiagu, Creighton has had his head spinning today defensively.
What a great play by Zagorowski. Not only the save, but the commitment to go get it back and run the ball screen. Just a clever play.
Bishop.
Sorry, Kev, these two kids at the end of the Providence game were pretty impressive, weren't they, Zagorowski and Bishop?
That game-winning slam with less than a second to go. Bishop saved the day. And Roden strong. This lead has grown to 15. Largest of the day for Creighton. Turnover. This is Roden. Spins, a little out of control, but he finds Mamu Kelishvili.
Boy, how about the patience with the dribble and then the find. Boy, what a great feel this kid has for the game.
Roden, one of the breakout stars for Seton Hall this year. Mahoney buries the triple.
Pick your poison. So many weapons.
10 points for the senior. 16-point lead for the home team. Kale sweeping through. Takes it in.
What a tough shot. A little kiss.
Winner of this game remains in second place behind Villanova in the Big East. Mahoney steps back. Who was it last off of? Jefferson says it wasn't him. Roden says it was off of Creighton. The call is Seton Hall ball.
I thought it hit a pink shoe.
if there was ever
a reason not to wear it.
Yeah.
Right?
Now Roden's got it. Hit fake, kick. And another steal. This is Jefferson. He is being everywhere today.
Just sloppy with the ball in the hole.
That's now 10 Seton Hall turnovers. Zagorowski, splash.
Well, you got to be ready with a hand up on that closeout. Hand high, ready.
Timeout, Seton Hall.
Pretty impressive run by Creighton right now. Move the basketball, be a threat, be in the attack mode, and why not? Break the guy down, a little jab step. Nylon from deep. Zagorowski for the money.
Big East basketball, sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. Jeep, there's only one. That is not how you would describe Creighton, because they attack you from everywhere.
Starting to
Look at that, 7 of 13 from deep.
Seton Hall, I'm sure, had ideas of coming out and being the aggressor, but there's just so many individuals that can beat you. You need stops at the other end and good shots at this end.
Oh, Chalishvili's got one more.
How about this kid Willard, though? Coming out of the timeout. Gets a good opportunity for his mainstay. And he's just so clever in so many spots. Mamu just really understands how to play the game. Love listening to Kevin talking about him, didn't you? Just a great attitude this kid has. Grew up quickly at a young age, of course, traveling to play basketball in Europe. Mature beyond his years.
Just the level of appreciation for what he brings to the table. You're right. Mahoney realizes he's open.
A good non-call, too. Good play on.
Mahoney bouncing back. Now with 12, had just 4 in the win against Providence. And Mamu's starting to go to work, but he missed it right at the rim.
A nice little opportunity for him. This is where they're dangerous. Well, you got to sprint back and cover, Kev.
Well, your dodge is a bullet, if only for the moment. Bishop scoops in with the left.
Just loves to come over that shoulder. Sets you up one way. We saw the counter earlier. This time going over the favorite, the right shoulder.
And now coming from all different directions. Bishop, Mahoney, Jefferson. 18-point lead, the largest of the day. And the advantage keeps growing. Samuel trying to go to work. Fouled. That's on Bishop. 2 free throws coming.
Samuel's got a game. Seen him make threes mid-game, around the rim as well.
Now it's Mahoney with 12 points. Hey, I'm open. Splash.
Surprise. Ring that bell.
Friday night hoops on FS1. Purdue visits 23rd ranked Michigan State. Tip-off at 7 on FS1. Michigan State taking down a very gritty, very physical Rutgers team yesterday.
Well, a little bit of a run. They got Nebraska prior to that. Watch out for that guy, Izzo.
He is someone who you don't count out. And not just in March.
Just trying to get eyes in the right spots, you know, tinkling with the backcourt. And right now, speaking of tinkling, the Hall has to do a much better job defensively against a prolific scoring team. An array of individuals who can all operate at an optimum.
This Creighton team is playing just like it was a year ago when it won a share of its first ever Big East regular season title. This team was peaking at the right time, was going to be a very high seed in the NCAA tournament. You wonder what could have been. There's just a feeling of they're running it back this year. They bring back everybody outside of Tyshawn Alexander. It's that veteran experience and just cohesive unit playing at a very high level against a good Seton Hall team tonight.
Yeah, you got to be able to score when you play Creighton. And you can say the same about Seton Hall at the end of last year. I think they had all the pieces to really have done a lot of damage. There's that same move, much better defense by Mamu.
4 to shoot. Zagorowski's a mile away. Drives. Shot clock violation.
Well, that's pretty good defense when you can get that team to commit a violation. It's generally high octane.
Just one stop.
Now, Big Mac really breeds confidence in your offensive game.
Roden with the fadeaway. That is Greg McDermott sporting a goatee underneath the mask, by the way. So it's clean look.
Well, they cut down his per diem. He can't afford to hit the barbershop.
Belloc with the triple.
All of a sudden, he just plays within himself. He's got some range. You got to be honest and hug him. Opens up opportunities in passing lanes and for others.
The marksman, he's going to go down as one of the best three-point shooters in program history. Kale responds.
Can't match baskets, though.
Seton Hall has never led in this game. Has trailed by as many as 20, pardon.
Well, they got rocked early. They hung tough for a bit.
Jefferson lost it. Reynolds on the floor to tip it to his teammate.
Early drag screen and a little lob.
Turnover.
Oh, goodness.
Careless pass. Jefferson got his own miss, but out of bounds.
Pretty good defensive play. Amukilishvili, real hustle back, and that size negated the opportunity by Jefferson.
Kevin Willard's team came in here as one of the hottest teams, not just in the league, but in the country. Winners of 7 of 8 over the last month. This is going to be a mammoth of a schedule this month. They get Creighton and Villanova twice in a matter of 3 weeks.
That's what you got to do. Get on the floor. Didn't come up with a good play by Mosa.
Belloc, he's the low post shooter. Foul on the floor.
How about that? Not afraid to stick it from over the timeline. Well, he plays with confidence. Really a smart player, too. They get one on the floor here. The hole is a pretty easy call.
Ed Cooley somewhere is going, oh, now he misses it from 40 feet. Did a couple of those against Providence over the week.
Right. Just amazing the range he possesses. Fluid stroke. There's a little flex offense. Get it to the box.
No call. Mahoney scores.
They're going to call a flop. First warning, I believe.
That's right.
I'll tell you, if this kid hits you, though, you're going to go down and feel it. This is a solid guy. And turn around, Jay.
The evolution of Mahoney's game, the fifth-year senior from Florida. Star at the mid-major level at Southeast Missouri State. He transfers. What a debut year last season. The sixth man of the year in the conference, and he has blossomed into reliable senior starter and scorer.
Pretty good defensive play by him on that denial in the low box area, too. Tough to give it to Obiagu on the moves. Got to be settled. We're at the rim.
Just an uncomfortable day offensively for Seton Hall. That's now 12 turnovers. 3 Seton Hall turnovers the last minute and a half. Mahoney, largest lead, 21-point advantage.
Well, they're so effective, spreading you out, dive into the rim after screens. Now, that wasn't Bishop, that was Kalkbrenner. Kid that's getting better and better. Mustache and all, the big smile on Mac, and bringing it all. Leave the chandeliers, big fella. Little dribble drive, bang!
It has been all Creighton with a 21-point lead, its largest of the day. Kevin Willard, who is just 2 wins shy of 200 at Seton Hall. And look who is there, of course, Bill Raftery on it.
I sort of bottomed out. Not bad for 30 years of coaching. Chris Honey Russell, one of the greats, PJ, the 89 run, and Kevin has just been magnificent coaching at this program.
Well, rewind.
Incredible job.
Yeah. Think back to March. Seton Hall was undoubtedly headed towards its 5th straight NCAA tournament. Had it not been canceled, that would have been a program record. Molson long on the 3. And Kevin is doing things at Seton Hall that have not been done since the PJ Carlissimo days more than 25 years ago.
He really hasn't. He's not getting the 5 stars. He's getting guys who become 4s and 5s. Great development, nice cut, earned pass. But no, he just wants his guys to compete right now. And not on your A game. You've got a club that's just percolating. McDermott's guys are individual skills have been amazing. The ability to make the extra pass. Well, not getting better. You got to learn from these situations.
This has simply put just been an off night for Seton Hall. Shooting 37% from the field, just 2 of 13 from deep. 13 turnovers.
A lot of that's Creighton's great defense, though.
Right there, just the breaks. That bounce goes to the Blue Jays. Mitchell fouled, has free throws coming.
And coming up with that loose ball, that's one of those things you got to have, particularly when you're struggling like they are.
Not reflective tonight, but Willard has said at times this year, this could be one of my better teams that I've had. The production, of course, is a bit more spread this year. Miles Powell has moved on. Quincy McKnight as well.
I thought it was interesting talking about Isaiah Whitehead, Dean Carrington, that those were the guys that wanted to put this program on their shoulders and got them started. Established a tone of success, and they certainly did. It's been consistent. They passed it on down the line, as we saw last year particularly.
That's foul on Kalkbrenner. But tonight, the relentless Creighton attack. 25-point lead in the first of 2 meetings between these two. Hale, jump ball.
Excellent defense. And he stayed at home on the corner shooter. That's what caused Cale into that traffic. His dribble drive, really solid. Bacon on the help, but still able to cover Samuel in the corner.
Roden misses from 15. Nope, this one is going to go back to Creighton.
That's his shot, too. He knows. Good look, good opportunity. You mentioned the goatee of Creighton's head coach. Next, we're going to see him smoking a pipe.
So is Greg McDermott, he's got a whole look to complete here, huh?
Talking about smoking, huh? How about how hot this kid is? Jefferson.
A new season high with 19. He's one off his career high.
Great call.
Mamu Kelishvili is heading to the line with a couple of free throws.
They're just so efficient, Creighton. So many ways that they can put you in your misery. There it is.
Go.
Clean look. Trying to deepen this bench, get O'Connell going too. Could be a really nice addition. Greg talks about the knowledge of Bullock about basketball itself. Probably become a heck of a coach when he's finished all his playing days. Jefferson the bailout.
Mitchell high off the glass and down.
How about that? He is a attack kid. Nice little floater with the kiss.
Creighton's lead nearing 30 points. Molson count the basket.
Well, that's what you might call a continuation. Mitchell thought he gave it up early enough here. A little hesitation to blow by. Seton will take it. They are struggling. This is one of those games, if it continues like this, where you say to your kids, you got to remember this. We get another opportunity.
And in just 3 weeks, too. It will be a quick turnaround for the next time these two see each other. The meetings over the years have been so competitive. These two have
this is unusual.
Yeah.
You're right. This is unusual.
And it has looked this way from the jump. Seton Hall had never led in this game. Went into the half down 11. The lead quickly ballooned as the second half started. And Creighton is led by as many as 28. Mamukelashvili blocks it. He almost corralled it. But Creighton gets the putback.
Even when they're doing something well, it turns against them. It wasn't they just never really got into the flow of this game, Seton Hall. I thought in that first half. They were fortunate to only be down by 10 or 11. And boy, that first couple of minutes of the second half, so important. And come out ready to play.
And which side has been more impressive? Creighton in the second half is shooting 71%. Has Creighton been more impressive offensively or defensively tonight?
Oh, they've been excellent on both ends. And when you score like they do, particularly with their high-powered ability to make threes, people overlook the defense. They've worked hard to become a solid team on that end of the floor.
The last few years, the offense has hummed, no question. But you're right. For Creighton to make that signature tournament or Final Four run, can it be an improved defensive team? And in recent weeks, you're right on. They have looked that way.
I saw them with that Kansas game, and I thought they played terrific. They're just a tough group, and they're getting deeper.
Jones for three.
When it's going, I see a lot of teams really enthusiastic on the sideline, got to generate their own juice with the lack of an audience.
They'll know a humongous lead for the Blue Jays. 30-point advantage with still 8:20 and counting. O'Connell couldn't stick the putback. Seton Hall playing without Bryce Aiken, who was injured in the first half. Sandro Mamukelashvili has been limited. Shavar Reynolds hasn't played his finest game. Look out for Jefferson, a high-flying senior. Oh, couldn't stick that one home.
It all started with Bishop's presence under the rim. Nice shot block, got them going. Zagorowski doing a nice job fronting. Reminds you a little Gillespie fronting the bigs.
And it leads to the turnover. Samuel fouls Bishop. The Blue Jays just relentless. 30-point lead.
Just really on fire. You name it. Along came Jones with some nylon from deep.
Creighton trying to stretch its win streak to 5 in a row. 30-point lead with 7:44 to go. So this is the graduate transfer Bryce Aiken on the crutches, and he did not start today on the crutches. Bill, he has been working back from that right ankle injury that he suffered in the opener. This was his 6th game back. This was just a few minutes into the first half. Just a chance step in the wrong spot on Zagorowski's ankle. He went down.
Just heartbreaking,
now on the
really.
crutches. Yeah.
Very, very tough. Averaged 22 points at Harvard. Big upside with that kid, too. Hopefully, he can regain form. Looks serious, though.
And we wish him the best, but he has struggled. He was the highly coveted transfer out of Harvard. He struggled with the injuries over the years. Only played 7 games last year in his final season at Harvard due to a foot injury. Missed many games in prior years due to another knee injury. And he was just starting to work his way back. And, patience was the key for Aiken in his rehab. Another setback today.
Could run the show, too, I think. They run the point. And out of bounds. Got to know where you are. Jackson on the sideline. But Zagorowski on that last take. Kyrie Irving-like. Ability to finish at the rim.
Damian Jefferson has kind of been his Kevin Durant today with 19 points.
He has really been tough. Well, they've all played well.
Zagorowski, just that unflappable facilitator, senior leader. Alex O'Connell sticks a 3. This lead is 35.
That's unbelievable. Never thought of this. I thought we were going to have a really tough, hotly contested game. Jefferson on the floor, too. Speaking of injuries, he's had some difficulties during his career.
He's the big man in the middle, number 41 in the gray. Hale, the spin, no. Well, and I have already circled January 27th on my chart in front of me. That is the next Creighton Seton Hall battle at the Prudential Center.
This is not the real Seton Hall team, but Creighton just came out ready to go, solid on both ends of the floor. Somebody's got to catch that somehow.
Boy, yeah, not much has gone right. That's Trey Jackson, the Missouri transfer, playing in just his 3rd game. Zagorowski has been absent from the floor much of this second half, and his presence has not been needed. 11 points to 4 assists today.
I think he's coming on, though. Much more comfortable. I think all the preseason pub and things like that, plus return to form after his knee surgery. And now he's much more in the flow, I think. Running the show, making great decisions.
Jones swishes. This is a barrage.
And Greg McDermott's really put a lot of people on the floor, too. Not just trying to be respectful. When you get that opportunity, you're going to take advantage.
It's been 4 minutes since Seton Hall has scored. One offline. It was Jahari Long's first look. But we really mean it. Going back to Zagorowski, of course, the preseason player of the year, as you mentioned, he has taken everyone's best night in and night out. And you could never know, given the look on his face, whether or not he's got 20 points and 10 assists or 2 points and is having an off night. Very poised, very measured.
He is a tough kid.
Massachusetts, yep.
You're right. He's a bounce-back guy. I've seen him have a bad game by his standards and then just come storming right back.
One of the candidates for the player of the year. This is O'Connell. Got it blocked. And the second effort is true.
This is one I wonder if you look at the tape. You might look at the first 20 minutes, I think, of you, Kevin. Establish some of the parameters of the way, what you did wrong and what we could do better.
The drive, the lob. Jet Canfield offline. Pass or shot. Long got it blocked. There's Epperson.
At the other end, trying to be like Zagorowski. Canfield with that little lob to the rim.
By the way, Marcus Zegarowski announced earlier today he is won the Wooden Award mid-season semifinalist, one of the 25, and he's one of 4 Big East players on that list. A dynamic duo of Colin Gillespie, Jeremiah Robinson-Earl at Villanova. Well, how about UConn's impressive comeback last night, by the way? It wasn't just James Bouknight, it was Tyler Polley going off as well.
He's the real deal, Bouknight, though. That kid is a big-time player. And they are going to be a very nice little slip. Canfield with the fine. Everything going their way. And mentally, Seton really at a loss at this stage of the game.
Astonishing score right now. A 40-point lead for Creighton. And that has just been indicative of what's gone wrong for Seton Hall today. Out of sorts. Not been able to get into much of a rhythm. It is a rampage. 84 and counting for Creighton. 40-point lead. Oh, man. 40-point advantage for Creighton. And Bill, we were just talking about that. This was unexpected, to say the least. With 3:24 to go, Greg McDermott's 7th-ranked Creighton Bluejays. Only a matter of time before they pick up their 5th straight win.
I think he's certainly surprised as well. It'd be a much more competitive game. But they can put you in the closet quickly, though. So efficient on the offensive end.
It's a foul on the floor. For Creighton, it has shown it has kind of won some tight games and some defensive battles of late. This one, just an offensive melee. They see Seton Hall again later in the month of January. They got a bunch of home games coming up.
You got to really be buttoned down to play Creighton. And just individual containment is essential. Obviously, we always talk about balancing the floor, peeling off to cover the three-point shooters. The bigs are very mobile in their ball screen situations.
It really feels like when you play this Blue Jays team, you can't be a sprinter. You've got to be a marathon runner to keep up with this offense this year.
Oh, they are in great shape, no question about it. And again, the defensive end of it has been much more a little giveaway in the hole. Little banging. As Sam Ismani.
By the way, that was
in the box score.
That was his first points of the year. The freshman from Oak Lawn, Illinois. Commits the foul, though. Molson at the free throw line. Well, it's Epperson, Osmani, Nick Zeal out there as well.
Yeah, a couple of these kids probably never expected to be in this game, I would think.
Seton Hall had won 7 of its last 8. Was coming rolling into Omaha. And it has been all Creighton. Epperson for 3.
Joining the group here. It may have been his first this year.
A junior from Melbourne, Australia. Now Jackson. Epperson with the rebound. Even with the loss, Seton Hall is going to remain among the top 3 with Creighton and Villanova. You know, we've referenced UConn a couple of times now. The Huskies with an impressive come-from-behind win over Marquette last night. Who else do you expect near the top as we move through this Big East season?
You know, I think it's going to be a swing up and down. But Xavier's one, I think, could be dangerous. Very dangerous, to be honest with you. You mentioned Connecticut. I just like the way they're playing. course, Creighton. Take a look at some of these other teams. Providence always gets better late. One of those clubs, but this is a get back to practice for Seton Hall, get organized. They just didn't come as well equipped or prepared with his dynamite approach offensively. You take away the running game from Creighton, you assume that you can hang tough with them, take away all those sprees, but they found a way.
It was just from every which way. Damian Jefferson is going to wind up leading the way offensively tonight with 19 points. Denzel Mahoney had 14. Zagorowski with 11 before they all checked out earlier in the half. Just that spread attack.
I'm sorry, he has absolutely so many guys, so many weapons. I just love the way Kevin is coaching now. At some point, one of these fellas on the floor could be a factor, could be a contributor.
Wilson got bumped.
It's always interesting to find out how a coach handles or approaches his team after this type of loss. Some it's conversational, some it's a little more emotional. Obviously, strategy and commitment are part of it.
Well, how would you do it?
It depends on the situation. I think this is just a flat tire for Seton Hall. Get back to work. You asked me as though that's happened often in my career, and you would have been right.
I promise, no implications. There's Long for three, the freshman from Houston.
Coaches love you to run your stuff. Even if you're coming in, don't take bad shots. And these are the guys that make the starters better by their diligence at practice. That a nice little block. Obiagu. He's the protector. He's the new Gill.
A 38-point advantage for Creighton was something you and I did not think we were going to be saying a couple of hours ago.
I was looking forward to this one, actually.
Long with another basket. Well, Seton Hall has to turn around quick at DePaul in 3 days. This is part of a stretch where the Pirates will spend 4 of 5 away from home. Creighton gets to hang in Omaha. This is the first of 4 out of 5 at home.
And DePaul won't be easy. They got some good players. Javon Freeman, Liberty's a guy people are going to enjoy watching. Romeo Weems is a really talented kid. Charlie running the show more. Well, they can hit their stride. They could be a really solid. Got a good inbounds pass here. You're going to run line drills for that one.
Creighton will win its 5th straight and move into 2nd place in the Big East standings behind Villanova. A 36-point win.
Incredible.
It was just a barrage. And Greg McDermott's team now 9-2, winners of 5 in a row. Huge Creighton win. For Bill Raftery, I'm Kevin Fitzgerald saying good night from Omaha. Now to the LA studio.